It is our understanding that they've gone with a 4-5-1.
Well, this setup, Peter, can be very defensive if that midfield is in place purely to form a protective layer in front of the back four. But it can also be the launch pad to very quick counter-attacks. If you can offer pace and accuracy on the front foot, it can have a devastating effect, actually, at the offensive end of the pitch too.
There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I think we're going to be seeing an awful lot of the player Pedro Neto because he's so quick and agile, and his ability to twist and turn at top speed really does give him the edge in those crowded areas. I think he'll be his team's go-to guy when they're looking to counter too.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Vitinha with the slide tackle there.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
João Neves knocks it out wide. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Bruno Mendes, and that's aimed into the middle. And he's there to clear it. Raul. And claimed it back swiftly. Alvarez. And here's Raul. Out to the right. That's good play. A chance to play it in. Oh, it's played into the area. João Neves. Pedro Neto. Over to the left. Receives it in a good position here. Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto proves just a little bit too strong. Pedro Neto. That's very neat. João Cancelo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Sanchez. Sanchez tries making a foray down the right. Sanchez. Pedro Neto. And it's Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes played out to the left flank. Alvarez. Sanchez. Sanchez forwards and with intent. Sanchez. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. That's a throw. Pedro Neto wins the duel this time. Oh, easy pickings there. And he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Bernardo Silva. Aimed in towards the centre. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And here's Bruno Fernandes. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Aim forwards. Sanchez carries the ball down the right. Sanchez. He is through here. Cross goes in there. Gonzalo Inacio. Moved on forwards. Mendes chasing after it. Mendes is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Raul.
Raul Jimenez really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's played forward. It's come to nothing. And the ball is out of play. Alvarez. Inacio gets over and intercepts. Calmly anticipates. Pedro Neto.
Well, the favourites certainly are starting like favourites. They're the ones who are very much on the front foot and taking this game to the opposition.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Cristiano Ronaldo. Crossed into the box. Clears it away. Alvarez. Mexico getting forward at times, but achieving little of substance. And it's Bernardo Silva. Raul. Looking to break at pace. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Portugal, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Now it's Jimenez.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Alvarez. And that's really well manoeuvred.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And he's picked out the run. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, surely that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Cleared without complication. Succumbs to the pressure. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Raul. That is Very well defended. João Cancelo. Pedro Neto. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Jimenez. Can he spark a counter here? Driving forward. Nice control. Good take. There's the shot! Goal! Mexico! There is the breakthrough. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish. A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Vitinha, and he goes cross-field. Sanchez. Oh, they could be caught out here. Mexico are enjoying this surprise lead. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. That's really well manoeuvred. Sanchez. Played out wide. Oh, that's neat. Sanchez opts to charge, surely! Gonzalo Inacio. And it's played forward. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes played out towards the right wing. And that has been clubbed away. Raul. He's in plenty of space here. He's got away. Looking for a decent ball in. Up he goes! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Portugal, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Pedro Neto. Vitinha looks to the other side. And it's Cancelo. João Neves. João Cancelo. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto. Out towards the flank. Oh, what a climb! Decent enough try.
Cristiano Ronaldo is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Alvarez. That is lovely. He's had a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Ruben Dias, aim forwards. João Cancelo, battling down that right flank. No way through there. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And playing cross-field, changing the point of attack. Pedro Neto. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, it's come loose. That pass has been well intercepted. He's had a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a wry smile there.
And here's Raul. Oh, nicely intercepted. Ruben Dias. Gonçalo Inácio. Vitinha. Gonçalo Inácio. Nuno Mendes. Pedro Neto. Time to deliver. Vitinha. Played towards the other side. Alvarez. And it's Alvarez. Sanchez. Oh, such a clever touch. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Ruben Dias with the clearance. Gonçalo Inácio. Inácio forwards and with intent. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. João Cancelo. And he decides to cross it. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Cancelo. Pedro Neto, and the shot!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Sanchez. Alvarez. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And here's Raul, played out to the right. And they've got rid. Vitinha. Moved on forwards. Sanchez. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
João Cancelo. Bernardo Silva, clipped into space. Bruno shot a goal! Sticks it away! Portugal are level! Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Portugal grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Really will fancy their chances now. They need to make the most of the momentum, but they have to be careful not to overstretch themselves and pay a price.
Lovely feet. Sanchez puts them all in. He is just caressing the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo knocks it out wide. Spread out to the left. João Cancelo. João Neves. Ruben Dias. Portugal have reclaimed it. João Neves looks to the other side. Pedro Neto. And now the breakaway. Alvarez. Vitinha. Inacio, gently done. And it's Mendes. Great defending, strong and determined. Sanchez, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well read, nice interception. Vitinha. Bernardo Silva. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Vitinha! João Cancelo plays it short. Vitinha. João Neves. Great chance! And that wasn't far away.
Vitinha, oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
And he goes cross-field. Alvarez. And here's Raul. Played out wide. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
And it's Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo. Backward it goes. Oh, can he get onto this? Alvarez. Ball comes in. Inacio getting this one clear. João Neves. João Cancelo. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Sanchez. Alvarez. Aim forwards. Now it's Jimenez. Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, good spread. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Cleared away. Bernardo Silva getting this one clear. Sanchez. Mendes cuts it out. Bruno Fernandes given the lift of his goal. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Played out to the right. Now it's Pedro Neto. And there's green grass ahead of him. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. And a shot! Oh, that is asking for trouble. Clears it away. And it's Vitti. Goes for the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Looks to the other side. Mendes gets across to intercept that. Gonzalo Inacio. Played towards the other side. Bernardo Silva. João Neves. And it's played forward. And he goes cross-field. Nice physical challenge. Sanchez. Has a quick glance. Searching pass he's played there. João Neves, forwards and with intent. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo. He's Bruno Fernandes! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Bruno Fernandes clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
João Cancelo with the short one. Vitinha, now here's the delivery. Alvarez. That's really well manoeuvred. Sanchez. And here's Raul, out to the right. Sanchez have it back and can go again. Vitinha. Gonzalo Inacio. There's That's the whistle for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. So we're into the second 45. Gonzalo Inacio. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Looks to the other side. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, a delicate chip through. That has been knocked clear. Alvarez. Sanchez. Mexico going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. Bruno Fernandes. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Alvarez. Moved on forwards. Gonzalo Inacio. Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz chooses to go cross-field. Pedro Neto. That's a nicely weighted pass. And that has been cleared. Oh, smashing header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
This was all about good movement in the box, just to allow him to get to it.
Alvarez. Is onto it in a flash. Oh, played through for the wide man. Inacio attempts a clearance. Pedro Neto. Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto forwards and with intent. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And here's Raul. Play cross-field, changing the point of attack. João Neves. Vitinha. João Neves. Played towards the other side. And it's Mendes. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. Great run on the overlap here. Climbs up big! Hits it again, but still no joy.
Portugal really can do themselves a massive favour by making good use of this spell now.
Alvarez. Sanchez. And it's played forward. That has found him in acres of space. And it's hoisted clear. Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes. Nuno Mendes. Inacio, aim forwards. Nuno Mendes. Bruno Fernandes. And he's there to clear it. And they've got a throw. Mexico can make their change now with a break in play. Sanchez can get it clear. That's the throw. And here's Neto. Played back in. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And it's Bernardo Silva. Chance!
Bernardo Silva just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. Bruno Fernandes does really well to win the ball there. That's really well manoeuvred. So what can they make of this? Now it's Bernardo Silva. Can he finish? Alvarez. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Alvarez. That's a promising run he's making on the right. It's a throw-in. Mendes cuts out the pass. Pedro Neto. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Vitinha. Raul. João Cancelo. Ruben Dias. Played over towards the opposite flank. And it's Mendes. Vitinha. And here's Neto. Bernardo Silva. It's a loose ball. Quarter of an hour into the second half. And here's Bruno Fernandes. And there's the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And it's been taken short. Pedro, and he shoots! Goal! Portugal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Sanchez. Some good work on the right flank here.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. In by Cancelo. That has been knocked clear. João Cancelo goes short. Vitinha. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Here's a chance! And it's hoisted clear. And it's Bernardo's. He's gone for goal!
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Alvarez. He steps in, and that's the end of that. João Cancelo. Bruno Fernandes. Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias, gently done. Bruno Fernandes. Cross from Cancelo. And that has been cleared. And reclaimed it in a trice. João Cancelo. Lobbed in behind. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Alvarez. Out to the left it goes. Into the channel. Ronaldo absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Vitinha. Could be danger here, and he shoots! That's really well cleared. And it's Cancelo. And it's played forward. Cristiano Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that Pedro Neto! Oh, that is asking for trouble. And here comes the corner. Vitinha delivers the ball. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. That's a good run down the left. And here's Raul. João Cancelo. João Neves, forwards and with intent. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. Mexico getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. Oh, good spread. Sanchez. Played into the middle. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. João Neves. Bernardo Silva. João Neves. Mendes. Now he's off and running. And it's Bernardo Silva. That's a nicely shaped ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. That's really well manoeuvred. Aim forwards. Mendes makes the interception. Vitinha. Oh, that's a nice ball. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And the ball's come loose here. Can he stop it going? Oh, they could be caught out here.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Half an hour gone in the second half. João Cancelo. Bernardo Silva. Played out to the right. Plenty waiting in the middle. Has another go! Oh, it's a... And Bernardo Silva! And that would have won it.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion. Mexico really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Vitinha chooses to go cross-field. Thinks one through. And that's been won straight back. Sanchez.
Mexico really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And it's gone back to the keeper. Alvarez. Moved on forwards. João Neves. Pedro Neto.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And it's Raul. Raul. It's run loose here. Alvarez. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Alvarez. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Mexico have got it back and they'll have another go. Over to the left. Delivered with swing. That has been knocked clear. Played it again. He's there to get rid. Mexico must do something here and very quickly.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
That's an imaginative pass. Inacio with the clearance.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Bernardo Silva looks to the other side. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! He's trying his... Oh, that is asking for trouble. Pedro Neto takes a shot! Clears it away. João Neves. Bernardo Silva played out to the left flank. Chance for a shot! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Bruno Fernandes has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
And it's hoisted clear. And here's Bernardo Silva. And he thumps it clear. João Cancelo. Pedro Neto. And it's Bernardo Silva. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Into the last 5 minutes.
Look, their supporters must be going barmy about this because there's no sense of purpose in what we're seeing.
Can he latch on to this? That'll be a throw. And he's managed to get free. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
João Cancelo tries to clear. Oh, nice touch. Alvarez. Sanchez. That's tidy. Chance for a cross, maybe now or never. Alvarez. Alvarez. Oh, sweet feet.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
That's a cute ball. Oh, good shapes to shoot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
They've played it short. And a chance! It's in! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Sanchez. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, this is a goal! Gonzalo Inacio. Pedro Neto. Bernardo Silva. Gonzalo Inacio. 2 minutes to be added on. Ruben Diaz, and he goes cross-field. Mendes drives forward on the overlap. Sanchez. Showing good feet. Done delicately. Very nicely done. And it's Alvarez. Out to the right. Delivered across. Inacio getting this one clear. Played out to the right. Oh, that's nice. The ball is loose and the chase is on. There are a few waiting for it. And the shot! And that is the last effort of the game. Mexico played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Inevitable in terms of the result, but that doesn't tell an accurate tale. This was much closer than it should have been. They really dug deep.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.